Hello everybody, my name is Aaron Newton, and this is the follow-up review of the ASICS Gel Nimbus 22. So, since then, I have been using them as my daily trainer for the most part. I do rotate them every other day, and so far I've hit about 70 miles in them. So, I have a fairly decent understanding of the shoe, and I've gotten to know the shoe in many different types of conditions, weathers, and locations. I've taken them on long runs, I've taken them on a speed day. Today we had a speed day. Today was on the grass, we did a 600, then a 30-second rest, then a 200, and we did that 6 times. So I did use these shoes just today for that workout, and they did perform fairly well on the grass. But I've noticed after 70 miles the rubber has worn off a lot. The foam is still feeling great, just as it did the first day. The stepping comfort is absolutely amazing, and I even wore these shoes for one day of class to see how they would work in a daily setting, just walking around, and they still feel great. The issues that I have with these is on harder surfaces, they feel like they almost have like the whole foam is almost like a big block, and it all kind of distributes throughout the foot. So it's kind of hard to explain. You kind of would need to wear the shoes in order to understand. But it's kind of like when I land on my heel. I'm not always a heel lander, but when I land on my heel, I always almost feel like the impact on my forefoot before it's even hit the ground, almost as if the entire midsole, or maybe even what's going on with the cushioning in the midsole, kind of absorbs the impact on the front and then kind of redistributes it to the entire shoe, and I can almost feel like the vibration towards the front of the foot. This isn't as much the problem when I land normally like on my forefoot. I normally run like this, and that has led to a great wear on the bottom of the shoe. The rubber in the forefoot area is wearing away fairly quickly after 70 miles in comparison to a lot of the other shoes that I have, which is surprising. But they still feel great. Rubber doesn't really mean anything to me if the rubber is still kind of gone, but I haven't hit the 300-mile mark that I strive for in most of my shoes. These are okay. I'm going to keep running in these until 300 miles because I'm a college student and I don't feel like buying a bunch of shoes. I'm going to use these shoes until they're completely done or until I start having issues. What's different with the Nimbus 22 this year is they have added this plate almost in the arch area, which actually this shoe is still considered a neutral ride shoe. It is not very supportive, but this kind of helps with the cushion overall. I feel like if it wasn't here, you would have a lot more collapsing and pronation when you were to run. Another thing to take note on that I did cover in my video, the initial impressions review, was these flex grooves, and it does add an absolute ton of extra flexibility in an ASICS shoe that you normally don't expect. And then also this foam in the heel area, it's more exposed, which allows for a lot more compression in the foam, which you can definitely feel. And of course, you wouldn't have the ASICS Gel Nimbus without the gel. So the gel is absolutely amazing. You can really feel it for longer runs and runs that I'm just trying to relax on. I can really feel the heel comfort. And then the forefoot, there's not a whole lot of difference in the forefoot. The forefoot's just foam. So it's mostly in the heel that you'll have it, but a lot of people land on their heel. So this will hit a wide variety of people. And as far as speed workouts, these are an alright shoe. So I also have Zoom flies for speed workouts, but those are very bad on grass. But this shoe seems to do very well on grass also. In my other video I did note that on concrete and gravel it didn't do very well. And both of those situations had lots of slipping, and that was with the shoe being brand new. The shoe's been broken in a little bit. It feels just as comfortable as ever, even probably better, because my foot has kind of fit to my form of my shoe. So overall, it's a very great shoe. In terms of the breathability on the shoe, the breathability is great. I can really feel it. Like, this shoe is legit very breathable. When I run and I feel the wind go by, I can feel it in my foot. I can really feel it in my foot. I've never really had that sensation in my foot. It's kind of weird to be able to feel the wind in your foot when you're wearing a shoe, but this is really, really breathable. So I'd like to thank all of you for watching my review of the ASICS Gel Nimbus 22, At 70 miles, it's still holding up very well, and I will continue to run in the shoe until it dies. And I may even make a video at the end of its lifespan to show what it's gone through. But so far, this is where the shoe is at right now. You've had a video of when it first was introduced, now at 70 miles, and then in the future when the shoe is broken down. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a nice rest of your day.